everyone, welcome back to an episode of Create with Linda. So I'm coming on, guys, because I wanted to show you this recipe. This is kind of like a copycat video. It's really not, but it is kind of. I'm kind of making it that because I never did my copycat recipe with jerriellen from Cooking with Neighbors. We always do that, and I just missed it this month. Had a lot going on and couldn't get it done. But this is I'm trying to copycat a recipe that I had at the vacation that that the getaway I went on a couple of weeks ago, 2 weeks ago, or yeah, and they had made we had crepes. Now, it's a very simple recipe. It's almost like making managut shells, which I made on my page before. If you guys have seen it, you can go check it out, look for it, or I could try to put it down below. I will try my best. Link it down below. Anyway, so it's almost like that, but it's definitely a different recipe. So I have everything here that I need, so I'm going to get started, and I'm going to take you guys along with me and show you. And then what I'm going to do is, after I make the crepes, I'm going to make a few. I'm not going to make all of them with you guys. I'll make a handful, and then I'm going to make the crepe that I had at the Tropicana Hotel in Atlantic City, which was so delicious. All right, so I'm going to do that. So I just want to do one thing, and then we'll get started. All right, so here we go, guys. All right, so I need, let's put this over here, put that over there, put this over here. All right, so I need a cup of flour. This is going to be a little bit difficult. I can see. I'm just trying not to make a big mess, but I'm good at making a lot of messes in the kitchen, but that's all right. So I'm just going to take this spoon and fill this up so I don't have to make a mess. All right, I think that's a little bit too much. All right, so that's a cup. So I'm going to put this in here, cup of flour. I need the recipe. Hello. Cup of flour. 2 tablespoons of sugar. Now these are like sweet crepes, but you could like omit the sugar and just add salt and make them savory. But I didn't want to do that because I think more than likely everybody's going to eat them with, sweet rather than savory. But it doesn't matter. Like, I think the one that I had at the place where I got it, I don't remember it tasting so sweet or so savory. It was kind of in the middle. So I don't think it's going to even matter. I think it'll be fine. Okay, so I got the sugar. All right, 2 eggs. 1 tablespoon of vegetable oil. Let's do that while I have this over here. So 1 tablespoon of vegetable oil. Now this is a very thin batter, just like the managut shell batter. It's very, very thin. oil is done. Now I have to do the milk. 1.5 cups of milk. I hope I have enough milk because this is the last of my milk. I didn't even realize I needed milk. So somebody's going to have to pick up milk today. All right, let's see. I have 50/50 in there. If the worst, turn it to worse. All right, that's a half. I mean, that's a cup. Let's see, 1.5 cups. Oh, look at that, perfect. Perfect amount of milk, and I still have a drop left. Still have some there. All right, where'd it go? I hate that when the recipe goes off the... Okay. So 1.5 cups of milk, and then 2 eggs. All right, here's the milk. Here. 2 eggs. Woo. Get a paper towel. You know, eggs always leak. All right, so 2 eggs. A cup and a half of milk, 1 cup flour, 2 tablespoons of sugar, and 1 tablespoon of vegetable oil. So it's all in here now. Move all this aside. It says just whisk it up. Smells good. Now what I'm going to do is it says not to spray the pan. Like when I do my Mana Good shells, I always spray the pan with cooking spray. This said no. It said use butter because it said the cooking spray, and it does tend to make it a little brown sometimes. So it says just to use a little bit of butter. So that's what I'm going to do. So I'm not going to mix it anymore because, you know, if you over mix your batter, things become tough. So here we go, guys. Look how easy that was. That was so simple. So I'm gonna bring yous over, get the pan ready, and then I'll show you how I do this. All right, guys, so I have a little piece of butter in here. I'm gonna use some parchment paper just to put on top of each crepe. Like I said, I'm not making them all with you guys. I don't think so, but who knows. So I'm gonna use this to put in between them so they don't stick to each other. Now this is a very, very, very quick process. It happens within a minute. So you'll see. It's very, very quick, and you have to use a non-stick pan. So this way, you know, it doesn't stick. And like I said, you have to, with Mana Good shells, you can use a spray. With crepes, they say you have to use the butter. That's what we're going to do. All right, so now I have this on the lowest heat that it is. I think they said, I was reading somewhere, let me just take this off. Let me just get a 1/4 cup. All right, I got a 1/4 cup measuring cup. I think I'm gonna use this for all of them. I'm gonna see how that works out. If I need to adjust it, I will. Listen, guys, also tell me down below on my videos if you're having trouble hearing me, because one of my YouTuber friends came on and said that it was hard for her to hear me even when she loudered her volume all the way. So sometimes I notice if I'm sitting at the table and the video and the iPad is a little bit further away, I have to talk louder. I think it doesn't hear as good as that, you know, as if you're close to it. So just let me know if there's any issues with that. All right, so I want you guys to be able to hear me. All right, so now I'm waiting. I gotta wait another couple of seconds now for this to get warm again, because the purpose is it has to be hot enough so this way As soon as the crepe goes in, you're gonna see, guys, I'm gonna do this, and the crepe is gonna form, and then I'm gonna flip it. It should go very easy. When I make my Monagut shells, it usually goes very easy. And this is the pan that I always use. Not the best pan. It's not a shitty pan, crappy pan, but it's, you know, it's a good pan. All right. I think that looks like it's just about ready. All right, so I'm gonna, like I said, I'm going to start out with this 1/4 of a cup because I want them to be kind of the same. Nope, I don't think a 1/4 of a cup is good, obviously. Maybe I didn't do a full 1/4 of a cup. I gotta do a full 1/4 of a cup. So the important thing is when you pour it in, just keep moving the pan around. So this way it will form. Okay, it'll form in the circle that you want. All right. Let me get a paper towel. Now this is I'm gonna turn this over in 1 second. Like I said, it happens very quickly. You can either use, I've used my fingers before, but I'm gonna wait another minute. Not literally a minute, but another couple of seconds. See, it's starting to bubble now. Now you can see it's time to flip it. Okay? Now these aren't going to be perfect. These are homemade. So these are supposed to look like rugged. You know what I mean? They're going to look like that. See? Little hole in it, not a big deal. I mean, you know, obviously you don't want big holes in it or anything like that. But now as soon as it starts moving around a little bit, I'm going to take it out. These seem to take a little bit longer than the Monagut shells. The Monagut shells literally, I can't even tell you, it's not even a minute from start to finish for one. I'm going to leave this in another second, only because it seems like it needs another couple of seconds. Smells good, guys. All right. Now I'm going to put it onto the tray. See, this is not coming out so easy. I've never made crepes before. I've made Monagut shells, which to me I thought were kind of like, you know, they'd be kind of like the same, but they're obviously a little bit different. But that's okay. Look, yum. All right, so I'm going to put another piece of butter in it. Every time I do it, I'm going to put a little piece of butter because I don't want it to stick. It will stick if I don't put butter in it. You know what? For some reason, I feel like this dough is a little bit thicker than it should be. So I'm going to add a little bit of water. Because it says it's supposed to be very, very, very thin. You got to make sure you don't brown the butter, because then you're going to have brown. You're going to have brown crepes. All right. So that's a whole 1/4 of a cup. Swirl it around to get it in kind of like a circle. And there we go. That one looks better. It looks thinner. This one looks good, but it looks a little bit thick. Thicker than I would assume it would be. Oh my God, guys, it smells so good. And just give it a little shake like that after a couple of seconds. That'll keep it off of, you know, from sticking. Even though you use a non-stick pan, you still have to put a little bit of butter in it, or, you know, if you're making them Monagut shells, you have to put spray in because otherwise it will stick. That's the gutsy thing. All right, so it's bubbling, so it's done. Woo! There we go, guys. You see how that has a little brown in it? That's a little brown from the butter. If you let the butter sit too long, it will discolor it a little bit. That's okay, though. I don't care if it's a little brown. I'm going to put a piece of parchment paper there. Make sure it's cooked. With the light on, I don't think it's gonna be worse with the light. Yeah, stupid glare. All right, so then I'm just gonna add it here. And they're a little delicate, but you know, not too bad. All right, this is a quick process, guys. I told you that. So you have to make sure you don't burn the butter. You know, but you get it done, but you don't want to burn it. All right, guys. Here we go again. Full cup, fourth cup. I just put it in and just swirl it around. Make it like a circle. And if it happens that you don't get it, you can always add a little bit if you feel like you need to add a little bit. You can always do that. It's not, you know, there's no crepe police saying you can't do that. So that's what I did. So see how it starts lifting? After a couple of seconds, it starts moving. And then it's, you know, it'll be perfect. Let's put another piece of parchment paper on this. There. And get out of here, God, don't fly. Telling you guys, I have a I don't know how to say it. An issue with these flies. They come in, they come out. I can't take it. We have 3 different fly killers in the house, and it's really, it's annoying, and I'm always chasing them. Woo! There we go. See, that's a little brown too, but I just think that the butter makes it a little brown, and my heat is probably a little bit high for this, but I think it's okay. Just gotta watch it and don't let it cook too long, because I don't want them to get dry or anything. Ooh, note to self, don't touch something that's hot. Oh, Linda. Okay, now this one's coming off easy, look. See? That's it right there, people. All right, another piece of butter. This is really easy. You would think making crepes and stuff wouldn't be easy. Simple. Now let's get it in there. Let's get it in there. All right, guys. Move that pan around. There we go. If I was, I would definitely lower the flame a little bit, but right now this is working, so I'm not going to change it. I'm not going to switch the flame. So this looks like it's going to make probably, I have 3. I would say it's probably going to make 5 or 6. I don't think it's going to make more than that, and that's fine. That's fine. I think this one is good. There we go. A little shaky shake. Some more parchment paper. You know, one time I bought parchment paper. God darn it. And what happened was I bought it and didn't even realize it. Didn't even realize that it was the sheets. Well, let me tell you something, the best thing I ever bought. I gotta look for those again because the sheets are so good. They come in a certain size. You don't have to be cutting the paper. It's so annoying to cut the paper, and I can't stand that. So I'm gonna definitely get those again. There we go. All right, let's go. Let's go, guys. So I'm gonna make kind of like a savory sweet, really doesn't matter, recipe with this crepe, with one of the crepes. I'm probably only gonna do one for you, and I have strawberries. Maybe I'll do maybe I'll do a sweet one too. Now just shape it the way you want. If you want them bigger, if you want them smaller, put less in. It depends on how you want. So I would say that's about 5-6 seconds. After about 5-6 seconds, I would start shimmering, shaking it a little bit. You can see that. Give it a little shimmy shaky. Guys, these smell so good. I'd say probably about 30-40 seconds at this temperature. Flip it over. I think I got 2 more. I think I can get 2 more out of here. Ah, I love the smell of it. So good, guys. So it's very simple. A cup of flour, 2 eggs, a cup and a half of milk, 2 tablespoons of sugar, and I think that was it. Right? And oil, Look at that. So yummy. Spread the butter around because I noticed that the edges have to be covered, otherwise it will stick at the edges. Maybe 2 more. I mean, maybe, definitely not 1 more. I don't know if there's going to be another one, but I think so. Might be a smaller one, which is fine. See, I notice up here, just sticking a little bit. That's all right, you keep moving it around. Some more parchment paper. And that's going to be able turned over now. It's so simple. Here. I definitely can get 1 more, and I think I might be able to get another one. So I think I can get 2 more out of this. And I didn't look how to do it, but I'm going to look up how to freeze these because if I don't use them all, I'm going to freeze them. Because I don't want them to go to waste. All right, guys. Another piece of butter. A little bit. Here we go. Oh, guys. I think I'm just going to add to this one. And then that's it. This is going to be a big one. That's all right. I don't want to waste it, but 1's good. Okay. All right, let's move this around. This is going to be a thick one. Give it a second. This is going to be another. This is going to be a little bit longer because it's thick. But it's moving, see? I don't want it to burn. It still cooks while it's, off the flame. So I just wanted to, I don't want to keep it directly on the flame because I don't want it, so much I don't want it to burn. But I wonder if I could flip it. What do you think, guys? Should I try to flip it? I don't know. try it? All right. It's so good. I'm sorry, a little bit cooked. All right, guys, ready? Nope. Oh! Nope. That didn't work, but that's okay. All right, let's flip it over. See how it's a little brown? That's what I didn't want, but that's okay. That's gonna be good. That's gonna be tasty. So I'm gonna let that sit in there for a couple of seconds, take it off, and then I'm gonna get my other stuff prepared for what I'm gonna show you, the recipe that I had at the Crepe place. The Crepe place at the Tropicana in Atlantic City. Okay guys, so this is what I'm doing. When we were at the Tropicana Hotel, there was only one place that they had that had breakfast, but it was all the way on the other side and my back just couldn't get there. So we were walking around looking for like a place where we can get an egg sandwich or something, and all of a sudden we come upon this Crepe place. Oh my God, the line was long. You knew it was good. And I got a sausage and egg crepe with cheese. Oh my God, it was amazing. So this is what I'm making now. This is what I'm copycatting. I'm gonna make a scrambled egg, crepe. Now I have the sausage patties, they're frozen, so I'm just gonna boil them a little bit, then I'm gonna slice them up, and then I'm gonna make the egg mixture with you guys right over here, and then we're gonna get going on eating. I'm so excited. Now let's put this back in the freezer. All right, so I'm going to use this whisk. Okay. I'm going to do 2 eggs. Now, I don't know if you guys have heard of this. I always salted my eggs, you know, when I use salt or whatever. I always salted them, but people say, I saw on a couple of cooking shows on the television, that you shouldn't salt your eggs before you cook them because they change the taste and the texture of the eggs. So I never knew that, so I'm not going to add salt, but I want because I want to see what happens, and I'm going to add some pepper. I'm going to add a little bit of half and half to this. A drop, not a lot. Because I am trying to save on calories, guys. Trying to keep that weight off and stay on weight, you know, Weight Watchers as much as I can. I'm still on Weight Watchers. I haven't really spoke about it too much, but I'm still on it. I just don't talk about it a lot. It's kind of like such a, like I go and I'll put my food in and stuff, but it's such a natural thing to eat that way now. Like I've been eating that way. So I don't really talk about it as so much as being Weight Watchers. It's just the way I'm eating now. But it is it's definitely, I keep on Weight Watchers to keep me on guideline and just to make sure that I'm not going crazy. Because there are some days that I can go a little haywire. All right, so I'm going to season this. All right. Let me check that sausage. Bring this over here. I can turn it. Turn them around. Definitely got a couple of minutes. Oh, I'm hungry. I haven't eaten yet. It's 11:45. Let that boil a little bit. Let's put some pepper. I'll put a little bit of my, I'm not going to put that, I'm going to put Mrs. Dash. And yeah, I don't think I'm going to put anything else in it. I don't think I'm going to put garlic powder or anything like that. I think I'm just going to put salt, some pepper, and a little bit of Mrs. Dash. Just give it another little mix. And then once that sausage cooks up, I'm going to cut it up. And then we're going to make some eggs, and I'm going to show you the crepe. I got to get the cheese, and I have to clean up here. So that's what I'm going to do while we wait for the sausage. So all the water evaporated out, which is perfect. And now I'm just going to add a little teaspoon of butter and just let it cook a little bit more, and then I'm going to chop them up. I'm not going to take them out of the pan because I'm just going to chop them right in the pan. Because I'm just going to add the, sauce, the eggs to it. I have to get the cheese. We'll let these cook just a little bit. Talk amongst yourselves. I ran out of sliced cheese. How do I get to the store? Well, I don't have any yellow American cheese, so what I'm going to do is use provolone, which I'm sure is going to be amazing. Anyway. I love these nails, but sometimes I just can't get things open, and it's really kind of frustrating. And I don't have the patience, really, guys. So thank God I have a scissor. So there you go. I don't have time to be sitting here. Alright, this is good. I'm going to take them off the flame a little bit because I don't want them burning. Alright, so I'm just going to use my little, they're getting a little crispy. See, God darn it, that's what I didn't want. It happens, Linda. Not a big deal, don't get crazy. Don't get crazy. It's not being so cooperative because they're a little brown on the other side, but that's all right. What does Anne Burrell say from Anne Burrell? Do you watch her on the Food Network? She does Worst Cooks. She always says, and whenever she does a show or whatever, brown food is good food. That's what she said. I'm losing. All right, so that's perfect. That's going to be good. I like a little crispy anyway. All right, so now, I'm just going to spray a little bit of spray because I don't want it to stick. I don't really even need to do that, but I'm just going to do a little bit. All right, now let's add the eggs. Let me get a lot out of there. And honestly, in about 1 second, few seconds, I'm going to shut this. I'm going to keep it off of the flame somewhat because I don't want it. I don't like dry eggs. I don't like to overcook my eggs. And if I leave it on that flame, guess what's going to happen? It's going to dry them out. There we go. I'll do a piece and a half. Alright guys, so this looks so yummy. Now you pick what kind of flavor you want. Like you can have any kind of flavor you want in this. You know what I mean? I'm going to put a little bit of, there, I'm shutting this off now. Ow. And that's it, guys. There's my scrambled eggs. I would have probably liked them a little bit lighter, but that's okay. I think it's going to be very, very tasty. All right, so let me get a plate. I'm going to show you how I build this. Now, I have no idea how they build theirs. I mean, I know what was in it, so Um, that's all I need to know. What was I doing? What was I coming over here for? I know ketchup has sugar in it, but guess what? Alright. Let me get fruit. I'm gonna get one of the thinner ones, not that top one, because I don't want it too thick for me. Alright guys, now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take a little butter, rub a little butter, and it'll melt somewhat because it's still warm. You don't want butter, don't put butter. I'm gonna layer a little bit of ketchup because I like it. Again, you don't have to do anything you don't want to do. You don't want ketchup, don't put ketchup. So, they kind of had it like this. It was flattened out. I'm gonna put in a little bit of my hot sauce. This is my Tabasco sweet chili. Oh, so good. I'm gonna put this light on. I hope you guys can still see. I need to see. Okay, just a little bit of that. One more thing I want to put on here. There it is. A little bit of dry parsley. If I had fresh parsley, I'd be using it, but I don't, so I can't. There's some dried parsley. Now, let's roll it up. And this is, you know, they folded it a little bit differently. And of course, you can pick it up with your hand, but this is how I ate it that day. This is what it looked like. I'll have a little ketchup to dip in. I'm gonna bring it over here. Let's bring it over here, guys. Oh my God. Look at this. So yummy. Oh, you know what? Let me just take a picture. Okay. I just need a cup of coffee. I haven't had my coffee yet. I can't wait to taste it. Yummy, guys. And the one that I had there was huge. It was so much bigger than this too. If I could just get a bite, it would be nice. Mmm. That is really delicious. Mm-hmm. So good. The crepe is light and fluffy. A tiny bit sweet. You don't even really taste it. So good. It's not eggy, you know what I mean? It's delicious. And I think it would be really good with the sweet, like with strawberries and stuff. Maybe later on at dinner. When I do my what's for dinner, I'll make one strawberry or something. I'll see. Anyway, guys. I think I got about 8 crepes, 9 crepes. For the recipe, I'm gonna put the recipe down below because it's so simple, so easy. You guys love it. Alright guys, so consider this a copycat from the Tropicana Hotel in Atlantic City, New Jersey. Go over and check out Jerry from Cooking with Neighbors and check out her videos. Check out her copycat videos. She does great things over there. You'll love her. Go check her out. If you guys like this video, don't forget to hit the thumbs up button on the bottom, the notification button with the bell so you guys can be notified every time I upload a new video. This was so much fun, guys. I'm feeling better today. I feel good that I did it. I'm really excited. And that's it. So guys, have a great, I'm going to have a great day because I'm going to go finish my crepe. Bye guys. See you on the next video.